All right. We are live. We are live again on a Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. As you know, we're gonna start at 7:05 on the dot. Go ahead and share this video. Please like, comment, engage, have a conversation. We got a good one coming to you tonight. So go ahead and share this video. We're gonna start at 7:05. All right. We are live. We are. Go ahead and share this video, send some invites. If you haven't joined the group yet, make sure you join Crowd Wall Street group. Invite your friends, your family, your sister, your mama, even your dog. Invite them in this group. Send that invite, share this video. Also, if you haven't seen our previous Wednesday night lives, this is our fourth one tonight. And if you missed the last three, make sure you check out our YouTube channel at Crowd Wall Street, where you can catch up on the last three entrepreneurs that we interviewed on Crowd Wall Street Entrepreneurs. All right, we got one more minute. We're going to get started. Let me get two shares. We got one more minute. All right, it's 7:05. Coming to you live once again. This is TL Williams with Crowd Wall Street. For those of you that is your first time getting on this live, it's the first time seeing me, it's the first time you heard of Crowd Wall Street. Crowd Wall Street is a crowdfunding platform where we help minorities and Black founders raise capital for their business. Not only that, our objective is to help minority business scale. We have partnerships with venture capital firms, private equity firms, angel investors, you name it. All our goal is to go global in our crowdfunding platform. This is a great opportunity for not only for as an entrepreneur for you to raise capital and to get your business out there, but also as an investor. Many of you may not even know this, but you know, there's a lot of investing that goes on before a company goes public. We heard about Facebook, we hear about Tesla, we hear about Uber and Lyft, and these companies that go public, we rush to go buy their stock, but we don't realize what goes on before this happens. There are what's called angel investors, VCs, and wealthy individuals who are able to invest in these early startups and these early companies, where when these companies go public or they get acquired, these investors make over 500, 800% return on their investment. And the average investor, like myself and you guys, we were unable to participate in that investment opportunity because we weren't considered accredited investors. We wasn't considered wealthy individuals. So we was cut off from that. So a lot of times when we think about investing in the stock market, we're really getting in, at the end. We're late to the party. All the early investors, they was able to cash out. They on the yacht, they having fun, and we trying to find that next big stock, but we late. So with the Jobs Act, it gave us the opportunity to invest in these startups. It gave us the opportunity to have the ability and access to invest in the next unicorn company. Also, it gave us the opportunity for now our minority founders and entrepreneurs to raise capital. We know in the Black culture, especially in the Black community, it's very difficult for us to have access to capital. Many of us don't have the family, the friends, the sisters and brothers to go to and ask for $15,000 to $20,000 to start a business. And a lot of times we can't even go to the bank because we don't have the proper credit. Our business is only 2 months, 3 months old. So they need a whole business plan. They want us to be in business for 2 years. And, it always been a struggle for us to get access to capital. And because of the Jobs Act, we're able to create a crowdfunding platform where now you're able to raise capital and also test your business idea, your business model with the crowd. And I think it's a beautiful thing. We just getting started. For those who don't know, we just launched our rewards-based crowdfunding. If you don't know what that means, join the group. We did a live training on that. And one of our goals is to plan on offering equity in real estate. So with that being said, Crowd Wall Street Entrepreneurs, we have Arielle that will be on here telling us about her business, Leah Marketing. So we're going to invite her in so you can hear her story. And Arielle, mute.
Awesome. We're super excited to be here.
Thanks for being on here. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. The Crowd Wall Street team appreciate you. You don't see them, but they see you. So it's good. It's good to have you. So you have this company, Leah Marketing, correct?
And yes, Leah Marketing and Management Consulting.
Okay. So for those who just first time hearing about you and first time seeing you, can you explain pretty much what you do?
All right. So Leah Marketing and Management Consulting is a dream come true for me. This is my way of being able to support small business owners and those who have dreams and visions to open up a business for a particular reason, a particular problem that they're really wanting to solve. So I offer branding services as well as website and logo designs, social media management, and really the full package when it comes to marketing. I help source partnerships, opportunities to expand their brand, and then really just helping them to fulfill their vision, however way I can support. So I studied business management at North Carolina A&T. And since then, I really have a passion for business. I want to see like your same vision to help minorities be able to fund their business. I want to see more minorities actually having businesses that can fulfill different situations that are happening and knowing how to brand it differently, understanding competitive advantage. So that's something that I preach to all my clients and really seeing them progress as a business person, as a business owner, and then being able to understand and speak and know about how to brand and how to therefore promote what they are selling or the services they provide as well.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I think that's what you're saying as far as marketing and branding is very, very, very important. As we know, statistics show that, maybe 90% businesses fail. part of the reason is lack of capital. Another reason is lack of management skills, and obviously lack of marketing. Because
Yeah.
our deal is, many of us don't know how to market our business, don't know how to market ourselves, and I don't think people understand how important brand equity is. And it takes time. It takes time to develop and things of that nature. So it's important for us to understand that aspect. Um,
Yes. Yes.
so I know you said you went to school for it, but what is the passion or the deep passion behind you working with minorities and black small businesses? Like, what's the passion behind it?
The main passion really is just seeing someone like me. I have a vision, I have a goal. So ultimately, I want to support others that have, like I said, I'm here to support the vision. That's what really is the passion for me. I love to see someone's dream come true because I've always watched, as a kid, Disney stars or just celebrities and how they tell their story of, starting from nowhere, starting from the bottom and
Right.
really making their way to the top. And so I'm like, yes, I can, really do that if I apply it. Why not me? So I want to instill that same passion and same drive into others. And so oftentimes I met with people who want to start a business, but they, just don't have the confidence to, or they feel that they're not supported enough. So being that person that can support, and I've always had a supportive trait about me. Like I love to see others excel in what they want to do, and I love to be that helping friend. So turning that into a business and being able to add some money towards that, accrue
Right.
capital for that as well, it's like a dream come true for me. So all in all, the passion is just seeing others like me wanting to be able to fulfill their dreams like I am.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So, although you help business owners and entrepreneurs, right? You being a business owner and entrepreneur yourself, what are some of the obstacles and struggles that you experience yourself when starting your business and operating your business?
Well, certainly, I can say this. I actually began wanting to do entrepreneurship as early as high school. So before I was creating like little plans, but not really fully developed business plans because I'm a researcher. I love to do research. So I knew that you had to create a business plan in order to start a business. But since going to school and studying what all business entails, that really changed the full game for me to actually, okay, sit down and create this business for me. So, with that being said, the main struggle for me, it wasn't planning the business, it was actually not making any excuses for myself and
Right.
having the confidence that I needed to actually say, okay, I have this plan. Now it just needs work to be done to it. So then applying it and making those little steps to ultimately reveal itself. And so once I made my first official flyer, I posted on social media and someone messaged me and said that they needed that service. So it was just like, okay, I've been sitting on this plan, I've been sitting on this idea for this long time. I've been knowing and having this passion, to really do something and support people. However, I just never actually have enough confidence in myself, to put myself out there. So once I finally did and I took that leap of faith, it surely has, snowballed from there. And to be honest, since actually overcoming that struggle, I haven't had to promote in a wide variety, put a ton of money into ads to actually receive clients and actually be able to perform the duty of the services that I offer. So it's been like people have been coming forth just off a recommendation. And it's like, okay, wow. So that was one of the biggest things that really
Right.
blocked me. And also, some people may say finances is a problem, but I like to say that I try to find ways to find way to be frugal, I guess, or to work around the financial burden. So that can be a struggle in some ways because, of course, I would love to promote more with ads and be able to have a fund where I can pour that into my clients and, we can work that into a contract of some sort. I would love to be able to do that. But I know, again, baby steps. So just overcoming that first hurdle of, you know, do
Right.
it. If you have a
Yeah.
plan, go take the action steps needed,
I,
really.
I think the two key things you said, one of them was having the confidence. I think, um, for the most part, there are many people who want to start businesses or get into entrepreneurship or may have this great idea, but they lack the confidence. And um, one of the key factors on that is the fear factor. Like, what if I fail? Or what if nobody don't like my product? Or what if nobody like my service? And you can sit on that idea for months and years and never do anything. And like what you said, just start. Because the ideal is when you look at uh majority of these successful, people, these millionaires or billionaires now, they failed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just was on a webinar not too long ago, and the guy, he's a serial entrepreneur, started 5 businesses. And when he talked about his first business, he said, I failed. But he was happy that he failed early because he
Mm-hmm.
learned the process. He had an experience. He understood what not to do and what can do. And I think that's the major factor what people need to understand is like, it's okay to fail. Like in this world of entrepreneurship and business, failing it can be a benefit because it's a learning.
Yeah,
You
it's
learn.
encouraged. Yeah.
Right. So it's like if people could understand that concept but just get started regardless of what it may look like. Because if it doesn't work out, hey, you can say I tried it. And
Mm-hmm.
then that will help build the confidence. The same like with me, I didn't like going on camera and talking and stuff like that, but I had to do it. Especially now with everything's on the internet, with social media, it's like now we have to communicate via Zoom or somewhere where we have to show our face. So it's like I had to develop the confidence to come on video and talk live and have that relationship. Another thing you mentioned about um, the money shortage of people not having the money to get started and take those baby steps. And in this world, especially with crowd Wall Street and raising capital for your business, people who are not aware of that process would think because I don't have the money right now to do XYZ, um, that's another trigger of losing confidence because you feel like you don't have it, so you can't do paid ads, you can't do marketing, or I can't buy this, I can't buy that. But
Mm-hmm.
bootstrapping and doing those baby steps can take you a long way. And in our case, for our platform, if you're looking to raise capital down the road, investors respect that. They respect that you're frugal and you're as cautious with your money and you made things happen with pennies. They respect that and they will feel more confident in giving you, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 because if you're able to manage a little, then I'm trusting you to manage, more. So those
Mm-hmm.
are two key points that you mentioned. Um, for those who are new to business and want to get involved in business and entrepreneurship, they may have this great idea. And they hear the word branding. Can you explain to them what branding means?
Yes. So branding is the image that you put forth. Ultimately, it is what you want someone to say about your business. And if, the typical saying is, how would you describe me in 3 words? And that's is simply how you can look at branding as well. So your logo, what does that say about you? What colors represent your brand? Do you know exactly what market you're in, the industry? Actually what narrative you speak as far as your marketing. So are you talking in first person, second person? So branding really is your identity, what you put forth and how people can identify with your brand wherever they see it. They can see your logo somewhere and instantly identify, hey, that's Crowd Wall Street. So ultimately, you want to make sure that you put enough attention to detail when it comes to branding. You really want to make sure that your logo is something that can be represented anywhere. You can put it on merchandise. You can have it represented on a flyer, and people can easily recognize with it. And then researching the colors that work with the industry. So if you're having what is it? A financial business. There you go. Colors like green, and then bright colors like you have gold here. And then if you're looking for industries with natural products, also green, brown. So looking into research as to what can really stick to your identity. And again, wherever it is seen, someone can easily identify it.
I have to ask. You may know, may
Hmm.
not know, but I know this going around a lot now with these cartoon character logos. I like I've been, and I mean they be on your posts heavy. Like they be in my inbox, my Instagram, with these cartoon logos. Like as a marketing person, what's your thoughts on that?
I am highly against those cartoon logos just because to me it does not present enough professionalism, and it says a lot. It says a lot about you following the trend that
Right.
your business may just be a trend as well. So trends, come and go. So I will ultimately stray away from cartoon logos and look to do a more professional branded image. So cartoon logos look nice maybe for like a flyer, like you could use it just as an image on a flyer, but it shouldn't be what you want to represent you everywhere. Some have been done nicely though, so I
Right.
can't, say that everyone doesn't work
Yeah,
for the
some of them
business,
look good.
but ultimately it shouldn't work for every single type in this era.
Yeah, yeah, man. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, like you said, some artwork is good. It looks great. I mean, I like it far as just for my own personal uh thing, just to have it, just because. But again, I think for the most part, professionalism does play a factor because in most cases, and especially depending on what industry that you're going in, you want to have that professional look because
Hmm.
if I see that type of look and I'm going to you for financial services, I may not trust you. You may get away with it on like a food truck, so to say, or if it's a business that deals with like kids or teenagers or something like that.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah, I can see you getting away with that, but like real professional services, it just doesn't work for me. Um, so far as your experience on dealing with different companies and research, um, what do you feel like is the key things that most small businesses are missing when it comes to marketing?
Well, oftentimes I've been seeing that a lot of people have an issue with making sales. So that can come with a lot of things that you're missing as far as um, how easy is it to connect with you to get sales? So do you have a website? Is your website present? Does the website links work? As well as the navigation on the website. So is it easy to see the different types of products you have? Do you have collections? The pricing that you have of the actual products. So a lot of things can go into playing into that when it comes to how you market. So also the actual image, like what you put forth. So do you have a cartoon logo? Are your colors just every time you post a image, it's all over the place? So one day you're selling this and we don't know where that came from. It's just a new product, a new type of industry. And then the next post you have, what you regularly want to sell, but it's just not how you would normally promote it regularly. So
Right.
also a lot of people do not, I should have started with this actually. A lot of people do not know their target audience. They don't know who it is that they're actually looking to market to. So that's first and foremost, and a lot of reasons why people aren't making sales. So if you're supposed to be creating products that's specifically for, say, an age range between 40 and 50 or 40 to 60, you have like an older crowd. So where are you marketing to? Is it on Facebook? Is it on platforms and areas that you will see that 40 and over crowd? Or is your products more for teenagers? So you have lots of colors, you have that cartoon logo. So you maybe want to market to
Right.
those that are teenage range. So are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Where do you really focus your marketing on? As well as what type of industry you're in. Some people want to cross a lot of industries, a lot of different markets, but you really need to focus on that main one to get all the sales that you are seeking for. So primarily the target audience is what's mostly missed, and then also how people don't seem to recognize um, the time that you post. That's important. It's a lot that goes into researching when people are most active on social media. Again, a lot of people have this me mentality that, people, I post out here, I have a product to sell, someone's going to buy it, and because I said so. So that doesn't seem to work very well. And then it's about your approach as well. What type of captions are you using? Are you inviting? Are you welcoming? Do you have customer service? So people are looking for quality still. Even though you're a minority owned, a black owned business, it's still a sense of quality that needs to be met. And you can still achieve that without having a full customer service team that a lot of these businesses have. But all in all, it's a lot of factors. It's not just
Yeah,
one little thing. So you
yeah,
have to really make sure it's a checklist, really, that
yeah.
you cover all those bases: your target audience, knowing when to post, doing the research of your industry, knowing exactly what it is that will bring forward, like what your competitors are doing. So yeah, it's a lot to it. You
Listen,
have to really make sure you
you,
follow that list.
you just you just said a mouthful. Um,
Certainly, it's a lot to it.
you just said a mouthful. One of the things that I notice, and if you invested in stocks, and if you research, the big companies, and when you look at their financial statements and looking at their income statements, and especially when it comes to startups, you will see a great amount of capital going towards research and development. And what these companies do is what it says, research and development. They're out identifying their target market, and they're building a product around that target market. They understand who they're trying to present this new developed product to. They understand how they walk, how they eat, what they like, dislike, where they hang out at. They're doing that research to figure out, okay, now I know what they like. Just like our phones.
Hmm.
Our phones knows what we're researching on Google, what pictures we looking at. So it's like now they know how to do they know what to advertise to us because target market. They're studying their market. And I think
Hmm.
a lot of minorities and black founders miss that. It's like, and I said this before, many of us and start, I'm just generalizing, that's why I'm including myself. Many of us start a business with the notion that because I like it. I like this pen because it's blue and orange. You know what? I'm gonna make a business out of this. Not knowing that maybe 95% of the population like green pens. So now
Hmm.
I don't waste time, effort, and energy into creating this orange and blue pen and marketing it, and nobody want it. And I think people miss that part, and then they get upset because nobody's supporting it, and get mad and say
Exactly.
nobody support my business. But in reality, they may not like what you have to offer. Um,
Exactly.
and I remember a situation on Facebook where a young lady was basically saying she has this soap business, soap and candles. She was selling soap and candles, and she needed help. She was on Facebook. She needed help, and she was saying she's not making that much sales, and she's trying to target men. She has candles for men.
Okay.
So I looked at the website and I said, okay, cool. I said, but as a man, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna buy candles. And I don't know many men that would buy candles. And I said, if anything, it'll be if I was to buy a candle off her website, it'd be for my wife because my wife would probably want to light candles. But
Right.
the thing that I think that she missed was the fact that all her sales was coming from women, but
Hmm.
she's trying to target men. So I'm like, maybe that's not your target market because the way your website is presented to me, when I look at it, it capture a woman's eye. So I'm like, you
Hmm.
can still have products here and there for males, but that's not your main target. And when you look at Bath, Body and Beyond, you know, when you look at it, it attracts the women. but they have like a little small section for men. They have like a little cologne section, right? And
Mm-hmm.
to me, I look at that as the additional sales because, like myself, I'm married. If I'm at the mall with my wife, she want to go in. Eventually, I'm gonna go in with her, and I may see something to buy. So that's the way I look at it. So when you said understanding your target market, I think many people miss that part. Um, they miss the part where it comes with, especially in the building stage, on understanding what research development means and how important it is when you start in your company. And one of the other things you said was studying your competitors. Um, my opinion on when we talking about competitors is, yes, you're competing with yourself. You're trying to better yourself to be a better person, but don't denounce that you don't have competitors. Like, this is business. You're going to have competitors, and I
Mm-hmm.
think for the most part, you do need to learn from your competitors. So I think that's important that you mention that, and people need to understand that.
Certainly. So all of that you were saying, it instantly reminded me of my favorite show, Shark Tank. If you think about how they present their pitches, they definitely have all the research, and that's what's needed for investors. That's what's needed even for your customers. The customers want to know that you know exactly what it is that you're creating, especially if you're making handmade products or even most importantly services. I want to know that you have experience with this, you've done the research, you know if you're a chef what the flavors are going to taste like, why these flavors. It's just a lot that goes into understanding, like you said, research and development, and why some of
Mhm.
those people who get so much capital, they put a lot of emphasis into research and development, because when you're looking for someone to invest into your business, they're not going to just want to know, okay, because I have a business. That
Right.
doesn't sell anywhere else. And so
Mhm.
that's why, like you said, a lot of minority business may seem to get stuck in that place because, again, we're not looking at how can we take our business and make it different in the market, and what is it that we can really focus on to solve, because there's someone out there that could purchase your products, could want your service, but you're not looking at exactly who they are. So
Yep.
that is so important. You're right.
Yep. Yep. And nowadays you have so many businesses doing the same exact thing. So if you're not separating yourself from the crowd, you may not be in business for so long, because it's like, you're not thinking about competitive. You're not thinking about, even looking at the future. Like you said, studying your industry. When you study your industry, to me, you're looking at the past, looking at the now, and you're looking at the future. So understanding the history of my industry, where it came from and where is that today, and then understanding the future of where it can be 5 to 10 years from now. So if I
Hmm.
know that, the next 10 years, number one, this product may not be in existence no more, or number two, there may be some innovative ways that I can change some features to my services or products or whatever the case may be. I can start preparing that. So it's like you said, it's a lot that goes in it, and it's great that what you're doing, because I believe, obviously, a lot of startups, especially as black businesses and minority businesses, are really uneducated about this and think that only the big businesses have the capabilities of doing this, when that is not true. We can do this right here in our bedroom, in our kitchen, to do all this. Like, we have access to the internet. We can Google pretty much anything. Um,
Hmm.
so it's important that you mention that. So looking at now where you at, where do you see Lily marketing 7 to 10 years from now?
Well, I certainly see. I would love to start some classes, like a little workshop. And I would love that to be fully developed and, ongoing, where I'm intaking a few businesses per, I say, semester. And I would love to be able to break down a business plan week by week and be able to help start up businesses, from with a business plan, searching investors, and having my own, I guess you would say, management academy, really helping businesses to grow and to establish and be able to really sustain themselves in the market and then be able to have opportunities for crowdsourcing and, speaking with investors. So that's something that I would love to be fully established and, well known for. As well as I'm going to be a serial entrepreneur. So I have a few other ventures that I certainly will look forward to. But Lily Marketing will have hopefully have helped maybe, let's say, 200 businesses established, and they all are as well known businesses at that.
Right.
So creating a whole empire of other minorities, having our own Wall Street.
Right. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So where can people find you on social media?
Yes, certainly. So do have Instagram as well as Facebook. Instagram is going to be Arielle Leah _. So the same name you see there. And then Facebook is actually Lily Marketing and Management Consulting. And I also have a website, arielleleah.com. So you can go to any of those to connect with me. And I'll certainly look forward to anyone, that comes from here.
Definitely, definitely. So again, like I said before, this would be shared to we have a lot of other private groups that we're part of. It also will be uploaded on YouTube as well. So you can also share this video, share the YouTube, tell your friends and family. Um, so again, we appreciate the time.
Thank
Um,
you.
we gave a lot of nuggets, and I'm quite sure those who watching this now and those who will watch it later would be pleased that the information you just gave out for free. Um,
Yes.
yep, I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right.
They won't let us be great. Yeah. So I was saying, if you want to leave one key thing, what is like one key thing that you want to leave somebody today? One key thing.
Keep the faith and just keep going, no matter how difficult it gets. I spoke about that confidence factor. That's something that I have dealt with for many, many years of my life. And so this is just an actual living testimony. So, like I said, keep the faith, just keep pushing, and you really do have it.
You got it. Keep the
Hmm.
faith because you're gonna need it. All right.
Certainly.
Yeah, I appreciate the time. Hopefully we can have you again down the road. And I look forward to talking to you again, and maybe we can form some type of partnership.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks for having me again. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Thank you. You too.